Hi y'all, it's Charlene from the Crafty Art Shack, and we're back here today with another challenge video. I'll tell you more about that in a little bit, so let's get on with the crafts. Let's go! Alrighty, let's get this party started. Don't be late for this important date, Alice in Wonderland, Christmas in July. It is hosted by Annie Jones and also by Annette Decorating. Go check out these ladies' channels because they're doing some awesome crafts. Their link is in the description box below, along with a playlist of all the other people that are participating in this challenge, just like me. So go check them out because they're doing some awesome crafts and you sure don't want to miss it. Let's get started with this. I had this bucket that I picked up that I was going to use for who knows what. I always pick up stuff that looks interesting to me, and I love this bucket. So I'm trying to see if these little things will fold down, but they don't. But that's okay. I'm going to straighten out the bucket. I'm going to clean it up, and we're going to get started with it. So after I cleaned it up, I went and got me some clothespins, and you're going to need to go around on the inside and glue these in. I use that DAP Rapid Fuse all-purpose adhesive, and it dries in about 30 seconds. And my lid is dried onto my little bottle here. So anyway, I got all my clothespins glued in. Then I took out this bottom of a pie pan that I used in another project that I took apart, and I just used the clothespin to help put it in there. Now I'm going to go around here, add some more of that DAP glue, and then I'm going to put that top on there. And just so you know what we're making, we're going to be making the Mad Hatter's hat. And we're making this suited for a party. Then the next thing I did is I glued it to a charger plate, and I flipped the plate upside down. I didn't have the video for that. I'm sorry, you guys. And then the next thing I did is I painted it with the black chalk paint. Now, I really didn't need to paint this, but at first I didn't realize, I started doing it one way and then decided to go a different direction. But you don't need to paint the whole thing black. Just paint the plate black and use E600 glue and hot glue to glue that together. Then what I did is I took, I bumped my camera. So what we need to do now is I took these pieces of satin ribbon that I got at a garage sale, and yes, it's real satin, and I cut it down into strips that were about 1.5 inches, 2 inches wide, and I'm going to glue it at the bottom. I'm going to glue it before the top and right at the top, and then all the way to the center of this. And I'm sorry I got that center out of focus. Now at first, there I go. Now at first, y'all don't look at my sexy legs now. At first I got I was going to leave that piece open in the front. That's why you see me starting at the side. There's a little placket on the front, but I decided to go all the way around with it. So what I did is I glued on my green ones and I separated them enough. And then I put the red piece that I have there on top. So I'll go over the little piece that's there, hot glue it on. And then I'm going to go up and over this little piece here. And then I'm going to glue it on the back side as well. What am I doing? Why did I take that off? Oh, I didn't get it straight. So I'm going to glue it over the top of it and then down to the center. And it's okay that this piece doesn't go all the way to the center. And see how I'm gluing it at the top of the hat too? And then I'll glue it where it ends. And then I'm going to lay the other piece over that. Now don't worry about all your glue and stuff right now, because you'll get to fix all of that with a heat gun at the end of the project. So now I'm going to glue on my red piece, and I won't make y'all sit through this as I do the whole hat. I just wanted to show you how I did each piece. And I'm not worried about that little piece that's sticking up, because that's going to come in handy for what I'm going to do at the next part of the project. So you go up and over, and then you glue on another green one, and then you do another red one, and you just keep repeating that, and you're going to go all the way to the center. Now your center is going to build up, and when it does, start cutting your pieces at an angle so you can cut back some of that bulk. Now, after I finished that, I took this wide piece of the green. Now, this is how all of the green ribbon was, and I cut it down into little strips. Now, I'm not cutting this. I'm just folding it in half, and I'm going to start at the front and fold it around to the back and pull it through. Now, I picked up this ribbon at a garage sale about a year ago at Christmas time, and I'm just making sure all of this is laying the way I want it to, and I'm just going to make a real pretty knot back here, and I'm going to leave the ends hanging, and this is what it should look like now. Now, like I said, don't worry about all the glue sticks and the fuzzies on the hat. We're going to clean that up once we get done. So you're going to want to go around and make sure all your little pieces are pulled down. Now, I looked one of these up on Etsy, and oh my gosh, they are expensive. They are. And I just thought this was beautiful. So I went and got this trim out of a box of sewing notions that I picked up at another garage sale. And I'm going to trim this out right where the that green ribbon meets the plate, just to trim it out to make it look more finished. Not that I couldn't have left it like it, but I didn't like the gap that was there, and I wanted to make sure I covered up any of the red and green that came from the top. And then I took that same trim and I started at the back, and I put some hot glue down. Now I'm doing it right below that little ridge on the bucket, and I'm going to go all the way around, and I'm just trimming up that end to make it look nice and neat. I didn't do it before I put it on, because if I pulled it again, I would have to trim it again. So I'm just going to go all the way around and hot glue this on. Next thing I did is I started at the top, and I started going around in a circle, because all of this where the little pieces met up top needed to be finished off. So I'm going to start in the center, and I'm going to just go around, and I'm going to make a little circle up there at the very top of the hat. You guys, this turned out so gorgeous. I couldn't wait for y'all to see this. I just thought it was so pretty. And then I'm just going to go all the way around, and when I get just about to the end, I'm going to tuck it back up so that it stays finished at the top of the circle onto itself. And then I went to the sides where my little bucket handles attached, and I took this greenery that I picked up at the same garage sale that I got the notions from, because all my Christmas is still packed up. What Christmas stuff I do have. Anyway, we're going to take and glue those leaves to the ends of that little tip where the ribbon went over the top, so you don't see the raw edges. And then I'm going to put a little bit of glue behind it and put this on there. Then I'm going to add some other little embellishments of like poinsettias and greenery that was in that same bag of stuff that I got at that garage sale. And I'm just looking at all the hot glue things that I got to get off of there and trying to scrape them off. But I just keep putting on different little embellishments on each side of this. And when I take my pictures at the end, I'll make sure you get really good pictures of this. But I'm trying to do it where it looks really full on the sides. And then I'm going to add a little Christmas package. Now there was 3 Christmas packages. I just took off 2 of them. And I put one on here on this side, and I left the little tip that was inside the box so that I could put it on there. Now I'm going to flip to the other side and repeat everything that I did on the first side. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my pins and this little piece of cord with the little tassels on the end. I am going to take pins, straight pins, and just tuck this in there, and I'm going to go through there, tuck it into the green ribbon going across, and this just adds that extra little touch that makes it beautiful. And then when I get it to the back, I'm going to just tie it in a knot right there and let it go up over the top. And that's okay that it does that, because we are going to add some more embellishments to this little hat. And this little hat is not so little. It's actually pretty big. But we're going to pull that knot tight. And then once, if you don't get it tight, you got to go back in there and put it up there closer and tie it tight. Then you're going to pull off the little plastic pieces. Now, don't pull your plastic pieces off until you get this where you want it, because of the tassels will get all tangled up and messed up. So I'm taking some more of the straight pins. Now, this is not a hat you wear, so I'm just putting straight pins in this, since this is the Mad Hatter's hat, and he's the one that creates these hats. And I put 3 little pins in the back. Now I'm going around the front and checking it. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is add my little sewing notions to this, and then I'm going to add a bunch of other little embellishments of sewing notions. I know I already put the Christmas stuff on there, but we've got to make this the Mad Hatter's Christmas hat. And so I'm just taking and hot gluing some of those sewing notions that I got that was in a box, and there was a bunch of not silver, but gold. And I put this little needle threader in there and a bunch of gold buttons. I'm going to add them to it. And we are going to repeat the same thing on the other side. Now, I had this little thing of extra repair stuff that was on a card that was really old. And I just stuck it inside the hat. I didn't glue it to it. And then I'm going to take a tape measure that came out of a Dollar Tree sewing kit, and I'm going to fold it, because it's paper. I'm just going to fold it like it looks like it's supposed to be, like a little fluffy bow in the back. And I'm going to take that and stick it right in the back and glue it in place at the back of the hat. Okay, so I'm going to add a few extra embellishments, and then I am going to go and take the heat gun and very carefully go over the whole hat, making sure I don't melt anything, and get rid of those glue gun strings, and then we'll see this at the final reveal. Now, at this time, we'd like to thank our subscribers. We love you bunches. We appreciate everything you do for this channel, all the liking, the sharing, and the big thumbs up, and having conversations with us through the comments. We really enjoy all of that, and we appreciate you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We wouldn't be a channel if it wasn't for y'all watching. And so we just want to give you a big thanks. Here we go with the final reveal and all the embellishments. Now, we opened a booth over at the Avonlea Mall, and it's called the Chic Shack. Y'all come visit us, because we have a bunch of awesome things. Now, this is, if you ever want to know what's going on with our channel, go over to our community tab page on YouTube, on our channel, and you'll see what's going on for that week of videos. And if there's something special happening or something else going on, we will let you know here. You guys, thanks for watching. We love you guys bunches.
Awesome. So you guys, if you like this content, subscribe. Hit that notification bell and give us that big thumbs up, because it really helps our channel out. And we'll see you in the next episode of the Crafty Art Shack. We'll see you later. Bye.